The demon who makes trophies of men. The demon who makes trophies of men. Wait for a couple people to get in here before I start. Got one. What's up? All right, check it out. So I've been thinking about something for the last couple of days, and it's been really ringing in my head. Scan Dollar, old school. What's up, bro? And when I think about the things that I see out here, some of the things I've experienced and some of the things I've witnessed, it brings me back to a movie that I really enjoyed when I was a kid. And one of my favorite movies growing up when I was a kid was Predator. And in the movie Predator, they have a scene where the woman, it's a Spanish woman, and she's talking to a couple of the soldiers that are left over. And she was saying about how when it gets hot outside and everything like that, every time it gets really hot, things like this happen. And she talked about the predator, and what she said the predator was, she said, it's the demon who makes trophies of men. And when I thought about that, and I used my mind and started thinking about things, I looked at like the present situation that we find ourselves in the present circumstances that we find ourselves in. And when you look at it, a lot of these females out here, man, are like apex predators, man. What's up, Kwame? Their goal in life of the narcissistic, liberal, feminist female that they have out here is to destroy men and to make trophies out of men. And what I mean by that is they will do anything that they can to absolutely ruin everything that you got going for your life. And when I look at it, I look around myself, I look at the world I live in, I look at the situation that I see things in, and I look around and I see a lot of homeless men. I got a friend right now, okay? He's in his 60s. He just made 60 years old, okay? So he made 60 years old, and at 60 years old, he's living in someone's attic. He drives a 1990 something Astrovan, has absolutely no money, has absolutely no kind of resources to take care of himself in any form or fashion. His wife, his ex-wife, keeps the kids from him and uses the kids as a weapon, has basically convinced the children to not have anything to do with him. And at 60 years old, he finds himself in a position of his life where like his life has been destroyed. And the thing about it is, like, I have a lot of sympathy for men like that, because when they were growing up and in the times that they were growing up in, they didn't have this kind of information out there for people, man. They didn't have the conduit of YouTube. They didn't have these information sharing platforms where men could come in here and talk about things and share their experiences and stuff like that with each other. These dudes were just doing it on the fly. But one thing I noticed about that is a lot of people don't learn from their mistakes, man. And a lot of people could get absolutely destroyed in life by someone and continue to chase the dragon over and over and over after that. What's up, OG Wise? They will continue after getting destroyed by one of these demons, man, to continue to try to find one and find another one and find another one and find another one. And when I look at my own life and my own experience, if it wasn't for the conduit of YouTube and it wasn't for me being in recovery and it wasn't for me having good, strong men around me, I would have been one of the victims. I would have been destroyed just like anybody else. But see, the wonderful thing about it is, like, we got a great weapon against this. And the weapon is the pill, man. The pill is the ultimate weapon. Sometimes it takes something to happen for men to learn. Yeah, absolutely. But the thing about it is you have to learn. Because if you don't learn and you can continue doing the same things over and over and over again, it's not really a mistake. It's a conscious decision after that, to where if you know the consequences of something and you continue doing it, it's like you're just a glutton for pain. And with me, what I always did when dealing with females and dealing with women, I looked at their track record of the men that they left behind them. Because one thing I understood was, like, behind every beautiful smile, there's a trail of dead men. And I don't have to mean like dead men like in a physical sense, but like, when I think about it, I think about like the dudes that just after that were just totally ruined. What's up, Messy Thrills? So the topic of my video was the demon who makes trophies of men. When you're dealing with one of these narcissistic, like true narcissist females with psychopathic behavior, psychopathic thought processes, borderline personality disorders, what their goal in life is to do is to like extract all the power that you have from you, take control over your life, and eventually push you into a corner where you feel like you can't do anything to continue living and take your own life. And I know a lot of people don't want to think this exists. A lot of people don't want to believe that they actually have demons walking around in human form. But what I'll tell you is, from my experience and from what I've seen, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. I agree with that. But one thing I've learned since I've been in recovery is the definition of insanity that we have is when you continue to do the same things over and over when you're fully aware of what the results will be. And they got a lot of people that continue doing that. I mean, last night I was in a Narcotics Anonymous meeting in New Orleans, and I seen two people that I came into the program with at the same time. And I got like a little bit over 8 years clean right now. And two people got up and picked up relapse key tags that came in with me. And it's like, I don't understand how somebody could do that. Oh, they exist. I had one, a Heartless Beat. Yeah, man. So using my experience with this topic is that I noticed that every man that my ex dealt with besides me was totally destroyed after the process was finished. I can remember one guy that she dealt with. When she met him, he had a $250,000 house. He was working offshore. He had a brand new Toyota Tundra and was living a good life. By the time they were finished, he was living at his grandmother's house and he was addicted to crystal meth. And at one time, I really couldn't understand why, but now I do, because he was living in a state of like hell and confusion, that everything he was trying to do to please this person was never pleasing to them. He always found her running around and doing things to him and stuff like that. And it's like their goal in life, if they see you as a good man and as a man with a good heart and a pure heart, they want to destroy that because they understand like they're not capable of being that. So a lot of people hate what they envy. So you being a good man and having a good heart and everything like that, it's good to run a background checks on women you dealing with. Man, honestly, bro, like today you don't even have to like run a background check because they so open and so overt with this that they'll let you know instantaneously who they are. Like it's just crazy out here. So basically what I want to say is like you just got to protect yourself, man. You got to protect your spirit. You got to protect your soul. It ain't really about the physical and everything like that, because I could protect myself physically. I've always been able to. I've always had good instincts. But the most important thing I got to say, man, is like they got a war going on out here for your soul, man. And whatever the evil force is of this universe or whatever it is out here that's trying to just destroy people, it knows the good. So what it'll do is it'll use one of these people that's being used for evil to try to destroy you, and it'll come cloaked as something good. Yeah, protect your energy, man. That's a very important thing. They will let you know up front they ain't shit. Absolutely, man. Like in my life today, bro, it's like I would never in my life ever get into a relationship ever again, man. It's not happening because I'm the guy that deals with people and have dealt with people that are in relationships, man. And I don't go far like I used to, but like, bro, I'm just sitting here to tell you, man, they do not care, bro. They don't care. They have no limits, no bounds. They will do anything when they bored with the person that they with or something comes along that's more interesting or intriguing. They will do anything, man. And look, bro, I'm the dude, bro, that always been able to, my longest relationship is a few months. Yeah, I mean, I've had a few basically, but let's close this up. Computer's wilding out. Yeah, so I mean, they even got books out there on a predatory female and stuff like that, man. And it'll give you a blueprint of what to look out for. But if you in this chat room with me and anybody hearing my voice, we already know all of this. But I'm just saying, like, I don't want to become a trophy for nobody. I'm not going to let nobody rob my spirit. I'm not going to let nobody rob my soul. I'm not going to let nobody make me a trophy. Because what I did was, and this is the thing about it, like the Most High, God, whatever you want to call him, anything like that, like when he wants to like get your attention on something, he will use whatever he can to get your attention. And what he did with me is I stumbled upon the pill accidentally. I wasn't even looking for this, man. What I did was I was going through something in a relationship that's just typical. Absolutely. I was going through something in a relationship with somebody I was with, and I was coming to the tube to find information on why it was going this way. And the thing about it is, all the information I always found before I found the pill was putting like blame always on myself. Like I wasn't doing something right. I wasn't showing up right. I wasn't being alpha enough. I was being too needy. I didn't know when to pull back. I didn't know when to draw back. I didn't know when to give. I didn't know when to take. I didn't want to do all this. So what it did was it put all the onus on me. But what I realized about, yeah, it is, man, the trauma bond, absolutely. So what I noticed about that, even before I found the pill, what I noticed about that was this. I noticed every information on relationships and things I was getting from people, and all the information I was getting from people and everything like that, it was all about me, but it didn't put any responsibility on the female that I was dealing with. Shout out to the King One Eye and the brother. Absolutely. It didn't put none of the responsibility on her. So what it was telling me was I was 100% responsible for keeping a person happy that's never happy no matter what I do. So when I started seeing that, and then I started hearing the information from these guys online telling me, you know, you just got to be different than the 5 or 6 other guys that she's dealing with. She's probably talking to 5 or 10 different dudes, and you just got to be the one to stand out, and you got to be the one that don't really care, and you got to be the one to do all this. So I'm just looking at it and it's like, so I'm doing all this kind of stuff basically for somebody that don't even care about me, that's dealing with multiple dudes, talking to multiple dudes. So I knew something was wrong, man. I knew something was wrong. I could see it. I couldn't pinpoint it, but I could see something was wrong. So what I did one day when things went left, like they always do, things went left. What I did was I came on YouTube looking for some information on how to get it back to go right again. But luckily for me, the Most High, God, whatever you want to call it, the good spirit of the universe helped me stumble upon some red pill videos. And then I started to understand. I was like, okay, now I get it, man. I stumbled across the red pill by listening to Patrice O'Neal on YouTube. Yeah, that's cool, man. So what I started understanding was what's really going on out here, man. And I understood like female nature has always been the same, but they had rules and parameters up until this point in history to keep that stuff in check, man. But the world that we live in today and the situation we find ourselves in today, there is no rules and parameters out here at all, man. It is ruthless and cannibalistic, man. So what I saw was this. I said, okay. So the Most High God, you know, the God of my understanding, he allowed me to stumble upon some stuff and to get some information and realize how lucky I was, man, because I never got married, man. I wasn't never engaged. I never had no children out here, man. And like, he just safeguarded me and helped me look out from all of that stuff. But I'm going to say it like this, man. Like, the guys talked about the trauma bond through sex, man. Like, it was really hard for me to walk away from that stuff. Women should be loved and men should be respected. Absolutely. That's the only way that you can see a woman like really values you is if she respects you, man. They can't love us. It's impossible. They're incapable of bringing to the table the kind of love and loyalty that we bring. But if they can respect you. So back to what I was talking about earlier, as far as like the demons who make trophies out of men, you know, they're more than happy to be dealing with multiple dudes, and they might have an old man or something like that. And then like, they just want to make their old man jealous, and you might be talking to him while they with somebody, and to make him jealous, what up, B? To make him jealous, they'll get loose with their phone or be talking to you or texting you in front of the dude that they with, and you might not even know they with somebody. And now you got somebody who wants to do you something that you don't even know, you know, and now you got some beef with somebody in the street that you don't even know. So you really got to be really careful out here, man. And you got to really like take people's energy for what it is. Like, if somebody you around just upsets your spirit, just makes you feel some strange kind of way, you know, if you meet a female, if you're still dealing with women or anything like that, and they start playing games out the jump, like, just cancel them, man. Just cancel their contracts, you know. I call it the Jenny syndrome, just like the movie Forrest Gump. Yep, Jenny, man. Jenny wanted to go out there, wild out, no, all the way. And after she did everything she did and got ran through, like, you know, the 100 meters at the Olympics, she want to come back and get with Forrest whenever she done been ran through. And a lot of them do that, man. They want to rip and run and have sex with a bunch of dudes and wild out and be with a bunch of bad dudes and stuff like that. Females must use triangulation to appear valuable. Yep, I agree with you on that. It's exciting for them. They love the chaos. Yeah, man, like, you can just talk to them reckless, man. Like, you can talk to these girls any kind of way. You could just tell them you want to choke them out, slap them. You know what I'm saying? Just raw dog them and all that. And that's the kind of stuff that turns them on. Being a nice guy to them and just being like, hey, you want to go get some dinner or whatever, man. They don't respond to that, man. They want the beast to come out of you. They want you to like just talk crazy to them and reckless to them, man. And by seeing that and by seeing like the respect that they have for the guys they with, or the disrespect or not respecting them at all, it's like they don't want to be respected themselves. So for a man to be going into like a relationship or something like that, or you know what I'm saying, like to put a title on something, it's gonna put you in a sort of type of hell, you know. And the thing about it is like if in the Predator movie, if you noticed, what the Predator would do was he would go and he wouldn't kill the whole group at one time. What he would do is he would go one to one and take them out one at a time. He would take them out one at a time. And that's what like a lot of these narcissistic people out here do. They don't want to destroy every dude that they dealing with, because if they destroyed every dude that they was dealing with at the same time, they wouldn't have nobody to leech off of. So what they do is they'll destroy like the main dude that they with while they gassing up the side dudes who they want to jump with, and they'll keep the side dudes like kind of happy by having sex with them and doing stuff with them, but they'll blues the main dude that they're with so they could get the pleasure of like destroying that guy. And you know what they get pleasure from? They get pleasure. Biggest fear is men having a passport. They get pleasure from like taking someone who is perceived as a strong man, who has a strong disposition, who is basically like a guy that knows himself, that has confidence. And what they get off on, I'm actually a woman and I don't agree with this. Are you overthinking this? I didn't respect with the guys who disrespected me. I respected the guy who was financially stable. You just answered my question then. You said you respected the guy who was financially stable. So you basically saying you don't care about nobody. You just care about somebody that was financially stable. You know what I'm saying? But you probably still dealt with the dudes that was disrespecting you on the side. So, I mean, come on, man. You can't, this ain't the platform for you to be in anyway. You can't run no game. You can't come in here and bubblegum and try to talk about it. Come on, man. You know who you're dealing with? You understand what I'm saying? So she just let y'all know, whoever this is, that you know, she just let y'all know, look, read that comment. Are you overthinking this? I didn't respect with the guys who disrespected me. I respected the guy who was financially stable. Man, look at that, man. Come on, bro. I know what time it is out here. So, like I said, what the Predator did was he would take one out at a time, you know, and so what he would do is he would take one out at a time and stuff like that. And what he also would do was he had this camouflage. So he would hit this button on his suit or whatever, and he would blend into the background of whatever it was, and it would take on the appearance, you know, of whatever it would be. So when you're dealing with like narcissistic personality disorder people and stuff like that, what they'll do is they'll put on the camouflage of being a normal person, of being respectful, you know what I'm saying? Do all these things to gas you up, know how to hold you, know how to touch you, know how to feel you, know how to do all this kind of stuff, while at the same time, they just gassing you up to bring you down. I've been there. I understand this. But what I want to tell you fellas is this. Check this out. Instead of allowing myself to be destroyed, you know what I'm saying? I allowed that stuff to motivate me, man. I allowed it to motivate me. I didn't let it stop me from doing nothing. You know, I didn't let it stop me. I didn't sit around feeling sorry for myself. I didn't sit around feeling bad for myself. I didn't sit around crying and boo-booing because this happened and this didn't happen and all this kind of stuff. What I did was I went out there and I grinded even harder. You know what I'm saying? I didn't let that stop me from doing nothing, man, because I understood I was by myself out here. I was alone. And you know what the difference is between them and us? I could be alone. I don't need nobody. I don't have to constantly have somebody at my side and constantly have somebody to be with me to be okay. I could live. I know how to live. I don't need nobody to validate me. I don't need nobody to work for me. I don't need nobody to do nothing for me. Truthfully, I don't regret to the red pill because it was the only way I could have been woken up. You don't come to the red pill, come to you. Yeah, you got to get trauma. Like I'm telling you, man, you got to get, like, you have to get into a situation with one of these. And I just thank God, like I've been in situations with some horrible people, man. And it just, I caught that shot. And then when I caught that shot, my brain was opened up, you know, it opened me up to see. So now it's like I walk around here with like a vibe of spiritual discernment, man. Knowing how women work is like a wake of a white dream, and discover that all the white walls was just a cover to preserve the dark behind of those dark walls. Yeah, because let me tell you something, man. Everything in the universe is opposite of each other, man. But the thing about it is, it's through social programming, the programming that we deal with, our upbringing, the education system, the media, all this kind of stuff. It has actually flipped the truth on its head. And that's why I don't care, bro, because everything I'm saying is the truth, man. There ain't nothing I said in none of my videos that ain't true. They got experiences to back it up. I got times and times and times and times and experiences to back up everything I got. I'm not inflammatory. I'm not aggressive. I don't hate women. I don't do none of that kind of shit. All I do is come on here and speak facts. This ain't nothing that I made up in my head. This ain't nothing I got from nobody else. This shit is straight facts. This is experiences that I've had myself. So when I look at it, you know, predators could really, the only way predators can really get their prey is by camouflaging themselves. If you look out in nature and everything like that, you look at predators out in nature and stuff like that, their game is deception. So, you know, a snake or whatever can hide, a tiger could blend in with this, all those kind of things can do that. So you got to understand, and there's still guys trying to debunk this. Yeah, but they could do that, bro. They could try all day if they want to, but this is what's really going on out here, man. The brainwash is real out here. Yeah, and the thing about it is, when I came to the red pill, people thought I was crazy and I was brainwashed. But in the truth of the matter is, I needed to get my brain washed, because the brain that I had before I got here was going to kill me. It was going to lead me to destruction, because I was going to think there was another way to get around this. There was another way to get around this, that I could win by playing the game some kind of way and everything like that. But what I learned was there ain't no win to this, man. This is what's going on out here, bro. And that's why people hate this, because like they don't want people telling the truth out here. They don't want men talking to each other and sharing their experiences and everything like that with each other and trying to wake dudes up and stuff like that. They don't want that to happen, because they want this to continue going the way that it's going. So besides for temporary sex and procreating the children, is there any positive value women add to a man's life? I'm not being a troll, but I'm trying to understand your perspective. Yeah, let me speak to this young lady. I don't know who this is, but I'm gonna speak to her real quick. And I'm gonna give you the game on men. This is it. This is what y'all, if y'all really care or whatever, and y'all want to know what we are, let me tell you for this for a second. Okay, let me tell you what it is. All we ask for as men is this: don't deny us sex, be nice, and don't fuck us over. That's it. We don't ask no more than that. That's all we do. All we ask you is this: don't deny us sex, don't deny us affection, be nice to us, and don't fuck us over. That's it. But every experience I've ever had in my life, you know, none of those 4 easy things to ask for have ever been done. And I know what I bring to the table as a man, and it's like, you can't even be nice to me. You can't even be respectful to me. You know, it's always a fight. It's always a nag. It's always something. It's always, this is my experience so far. This is my experience so far, okay? This is my experience. Any girl I ever got in a relationship with, whether it was long-term, short-term, anything like that, this is what it was. I was the perfect guy. I was a great dude. I got a lot going for myself. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. I don't hit women. I don't cheat on women. I don't do none of that. I was perfect. I was the best thing since sliced bread. Oh, they can't imagine their life without me in your life. You're so wonderful. I love you so much. You're the best thing. I waited my whole life for this. And then after a month and a half, 2 months being with them, they try to change everything about me. Now I'm not doing good enough. Now I'm not good enough. And all we want is peace, man. All we want as men is peace. We like when things are going easy. We like, and don't forget to tell them they need to know. Yeah, like, but that's all part of that, because really all we want is peace. We just want to be able to go to work, come home, walk into a peaceful house, get a hug, get a kiss, be nice, do some stuff, hang out, have a good time, and just chill. But what I've noticed is every time that starts to happen and things start to go in a peaceful direction, some kind of chaos, some kind of monkey wrench, some kind of fight, some kind of argument has to be thrown out there over some asinine, insignificant bullshit to stir up some chaos, to get it back to the beginning. And then so we can make up again. And that shit gets old, man. As you get older, you're asking a lot, bro. You know, so, I mean, you know, the thing about it is, and I'm just going to say this. I'm just going to say this, and this is keeping it 100, man. Earth is not our home. Wants to be yang, wants the yang to be yin. Good luck. Yeah, this is what I'm going to say about it is this. the most important thing that you could do as a man, this is history. I caught a live stream of King One Eye. It's all good, man. Um, yeah, so what I did was this. What you got to understand, Monk Moore will teach you discipline. Uh, the thing about it is this, man. What you got to do is when things change, you got to learn how to adapt. Because Charles Darwin said this himself. He said, it's not the strongest that survive, but the one that's the most able to adapt. And what I did was I just adapted to how things are right now. I didn't want to do this. None of us want to do this. Yes, me men are simple. Just give us peace and we won't go anywhere. But they can't give something they don't possess. Yeah, look, you know, we don't listen. I'm gonna tell everybody in here, and I know everybody could agree with me on this. Nobody wants things to be like this. Nobody wants to have to live like this. Nobody wants to have to be on guard all the time. Nobody wants to have to play defense. Nobody wants to have to think that anytime they have an interaction with somebody, they got to worry about what they do and what they say and how they do it. Nobody wants to do that. But that's what it is right now. That's what's going on. So those of us that's going to survive are the ones that could adapt. You know, no one wants to live like that, man. Every man, I can guarantee you without a shadow of a doubt, every man in here with me right now wants what all they wanted was this one girl that they're attracted to, that they could have a relationship with, and it'd be good. That's it. But everybody in here with me has tried that and almost got destroyed from it. If nothing else, they almost lost their mind. I'm not a guy that lost no money. I never lost no status. I never lost none of that kind of stuff. Never lost no jobs. Never lost my freedom. Never lost none of that. But I almost lost my mind. And my mind is more precious than all of that stuff. And I lost a lot of time too that I'll never get back in my life. So until the tides turn to where, until the tides turn to where they have checks and balances and parameters for things to be different. See, because True Facts almost got the, listen, man, look, I'm sitting on the couch right now in my house, man. And I've been in situations, man, where I was sitting on a couch in somebody else's house, man. And I had one side of my brain telling me, man, you really love this girl, man. You know you don't want to leave, bro. Like, man, come on, bro. You work so hard to get to this. And then you got the other side saying, man, this girl don't really love you, man. Look how she treats you. She disrespects you. She don't do nothing. Like, you got a war going on in your mind. And one thing I believe about God, if you don't believe nothing else, he don't author no confusion, man. So if you dealing with a situation and you constantly confused, that ain't have nothing to do with him. You know what I'm saying? You want to call it the enemy or whatever you want to call it. That ain't got nothing to do with God, man. God ain't going to send nothing into your life that's going to have you confused, man, because confusion is hell on earth. You know what I'm saying? So the way I look at it is like you just gotta use your spirit of discernment and intuition as a man, bro. I had so many situations in my life. Man, where I knew, bro, what something was, man, and how I should have handled it, but I didn't because my emotions got in the way. My feelings got in the way. I was immature emotionally, so if I felt something, I thought my feelings overrode my logic and my brain, you know. And the thing about it is today that I've been alone long enough and I've dealt with myself long enough to understand, like, the one thing that destroys more men than anything is the concept of being in love, man. When we think we in love with somebody, man, we think that trumps everything, and we think that we're supposed to, you know, no matter what's going on and how we feel and all that kind of stuff and everything like that, that we're supposed to stay in that situation no matter what. But one thing I learned about life is, like, if you're going to deal with a woman or whatever, if you're going to deal with one and you're going to deal with one in that capacity, like, you're supposed to love your woman. You're never supposed to be in love with your woman. The only thing that you're supposed to be in love with is the God of your understanding, man, because that's the only thing that's not going to change on you out here, man. See, like, the only thing that I'm in love with two things. I'm in love with the God of my understanding. I'm in love with my recovery program, because one thing I understand about those two things is they're never going to change on me. That are hosting this world. We as men are just travelers, visitors. We are predestined to overcome this world's seduction. We are God. Like, well, absolutely, because God imparted his spirit upon us. You know, they said, let's take man and make us in our image. So we men, you know, women are made in our image. They're taken out from us and they're made from us, but they the flip side of us. And that's why I want to tell everybody in here, man, if you want to do yourself a favor, if you haven't done it yet, please go to Trent No Spoons Coat. Now it's Trent Machiavelli Coat channel, and subscribe and watch his videos on Inner Outer, Tranquility and Chaos, his fairness has no title, and that will explain to you everything that's going on out here, man. Everything is flipped in this universe, man. Good, bad, man, woman, everything has a side to it, like yin and yang, like you were talking about earlier. And the thing about it is, like I was saying earlier, historically, the things have been changed through media, all this kind of stuff to make it think that men are the ones that are hard on the inside and women are the ones that are delicate and everything like that. But that's not the reality of the world that we live in, man. Who's the content creator again? Trent Machiavelli Coat, Trenton Machiavelli Coat. That's the guy that basically got me to where I'm at today. I give him a whole lot of credit for me being the man I am today. He's one of my best friends, and he opened my eyes up to a lot of things that I would have never thought, a lot of perspectives. And the thing about it is like it's advanced theory, so it's like something that's really for somebody who can really think deeply about things. But like I said earlier, Alan Watts discusses the dichotomy of men and women, the positive and negative aspects of each in his lecture, The Nature of God. So like as men, look, we're created hard on the outside. We're created to do physical tasks. We're created to be hard. We're created to take care of ourselves, hunt, gather, build, do all these kind of things. But on the flip side of that, we're soft on the inside. So we have a lot of empathy in our hearts. We have a lot of empathy in our hearts. So what we do is we're empathetic toward things, so we can feel people's pain. We don't like to cause people pain. We don't like to cause harm to anyone. You know what I mean? I was Southern Trent first. That's how I found. Yeah, that's my boy, man. So, but on the flip side of that, a woman, she's delicate. So on the outside, she's very delicate. She's very soft. But on the inside, they hard, bro. And if nobody believes that, man, just look at how a long-term relationship ended between you and a woman, man. You know, if you've been in a long-term relationship with a woman that you dealt with, like once it ends, bro, you destroyed for a short period, like for a period of time. Like you ain't trying to deal with no chicks. You ain't trying to go out. You ain't trying to do nothing. You just trying to lick your wounds and survive until you get to a point where you get better. But if anybody in here understands what I'm talking about, when you look at it from another standpoint, man, as soon as I know chicks that be with dudes before the relationship ends or right when it's done, like right when it's done, you know, like I've been with girls, bro, that when I thought these people loved me like nothing else in the world, because my brain told me there's no way humanly possible that this person can be doing all these things with me and not love me. And then to be done with me and already be in a Facebook official relationship with somebody 3 weeks later, man. Somebody that looked me in my face and told me I never loved nobody like you. I waited my whole life for you. You the love of my life. I love you so much. I want to spend every second of every day with you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. You know, you're the greatest person I ever met. You my soulmate. All this to 3 weeks later be in a Facebook official relationship with somebody, man. And the thing about it is, I know the Most High spared me, bro. Because one thing about it is, I learned more stuff after I got in relationships with girls that I was with to where it could have cost me my life, man. Cost me my life. And at one time, these people that I'm talking about, even though being with them could have cost me my life, I would have gave my life for them. And that's the thing about us as men, bro. We honorable, man. We honorable, man. We'll sacrifice our lives for something outside of ourselves. Whether it's a woman, whether it's country, whether it's whatever, whether it's one of our friends or whatever. But yeah, let me ask you this, man. And let me ask y'all this, bro. And this is just me talking out my head, man. Do y'all know any woman that would sacrifice herself for you that you've ever been around in your life, man? That a motherfucker came in there with a pistol and said, who's taking it? Do you believe any woman you've ever dealt with will say, shoot me? I'm waiting. Anybody? Anybody? She gonna push you in front and then let him kill you and then probably get with him after. Think about it, bro. Think about how times have been. Like I watch TV, bro. I read books. I don't watch TV, but I watch series on I watch series and stuff like that. And I was watching Narcos on Netflix, man. I was watching Narcos on Netflix. The dude from Narcos had the chick's old man knocked off, and then she ended up getting with the dude that knocked off her old man. If you go throughout history, people that came and conquered and everything like that, they used to get with the chicks for the kings that they destroyed, and then the chicks would eventually love the king that they was with. So man, look, bro, you could walk around here stupid if you want to. You could walk around here blind if you want to. But I'm gonna tell you like this, man. There's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. It don't matter if you're 3 feet or 8'1", man. It don't matter if you're 3 feet or 8'1", man. It's a war going on out here, bro. And it ain't a war for your body. It ain't a war for your money. It's a war for your soul, man. These people, bro, they got people out here looking to destroy your soul, man. Destroy your soul. You know, it's a war, man. And only the people that get right with the Most High, bro, are gonna maneuver out here, man. You know, like that's what I've been trying to do, man. I've been trying to get more in touch with, like, you know, the spiritual aspects of this world. And that's why I wanted to make this video on a spiritual topic, man. It ain't just women either, bro. They got people walking around here disguised, bro, as people that are really demons, man. That are demons, man. And if they see that you're a good, upright man, listen, I'm going to tell you something about this universe that I understand. The devil, Satan, evil, whatever you want to call it, he ain't out here trying to destroy other evil people, man. He got all the evil people on his team already. He don't got to mess with none of them. He'll just lead them to himself. But the righteous, the people that's trying to do right, the people that's trying to follow God, the people that's who's going to come at it the hardest. That's why I know my whole life I've been having something to try to kill me my whole life, man. Something been trying to destroy me my whole life. First, it came through my upbringing. Then it came through the drugs. Then it came through the broads. Something has always been trying to kill me, man. You know, but luckily for me, man, I understand that the Most High had a purpose for my life, man. And he understands my heart's pure, bro. And he understands that I can help a lot of people. So even though I put myself in positions and made decisions to destroy myself, he still was righteous and worthy and merciful and graceful enough to keep me through that, man. And that's why I do this kind of stuff. That's why I help young men. That's why I help young kids. That's why I do stuff for people that don't have nothing. That's why I come on here and talk about the stuff I talk about, because I know that I've been saved for a purpose. And it ain't about hating women. I don't hate women. I don't hate women, and I'm not in love. I understand women, man. I understand they're the ultimate survivalists, and they always gonna look out for themselves first. And that's okay. If you know that, then you can walk out here and act accordingly, man. You can act accordingly. You know, you gotta adapt. It ain't the 50s no more, man. It ain't the 40s no more, man. It ain't times where like it was shameful for a woman to leave her husband, man. It ain't like, it is what it is, man. It's paraded out here, bro. And it's the evil spirit of this world just trying to bring chaos to everything, man. If y'all know anything out here, man, if y'all know the word, if y'all know the Bible, anything, man, we living in a time of revelations right now, man. You know, we living in a time of revelations, bro, where things are about to come to a head. And I don't know if I'm gonna see it in my lifetime, but I think I'm gonna see only the gonocentric center in the female nature run rampant. Yeah, bro. So I try to use discretion. I try to use discernment. And I continue to get, like, I'm not even mad at that young lady that came here earlier, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't get mad at them for when they do that kind of stuff. But the sad part is she just let us veer into her nature, like hers itself. I didn't respect the guys who disrespected me. I respected the guys that were financially stable. But the thing, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something, fellas, that I see. Okay, yeah, I'm not disrespecting you at all. You know, I'm not. But this is what I've seen, and I'll even talk to you directly. What I've seen so far in my life is girls that I know who have been with quote unquote good guys who are financially stable will sleep around with dudes that are absolute losers, man, that have nothing going for themselves, that live at their moms, that don't have no bread, that are criminals, that are thugs, that are like, you know what I'm saying? They'll be with that dude and they'll stay with the guy that got the money because the guy's taking care of them. But they'll sleep with losers because guess what? I was a loser at one time. I lived with my moms. I didn't have any money. I wasn't in good shape. I didn't take care of myself. I didn't care about nothing. I was just in the streets thugging. And they had girls that were with dudes that had a lot of shit going for themselves that would come slide to my crib and get their back blown out in my mom's crib. I got personal experience, man. You'll never figure this shit out, man. You'll never figure it out, you know? So what I did was I just try to just put videos out here. It ain't about hate. It ain't about nothing. It's just about information, man. You know, the word says my people perish because lack of knowledge, man. There's so much information and so much knowledge. And the thing about life is this, my goal in life is to do this, man. My goal in life, and I'm getting there one day at a time every day, is to continue to become fully self-supporting through my own contributions, man. Through my own contributions. Look, my life, I don't need anything from anybody. I appreciate support I get from people. I appreciate the friendships I have from people. I appreciate everything in my life, but I don't need anybody for anything. You know, if I was to just get strung out on some Castaway, Tom Hanks type of shit, I know I'm gonna survive, man. Because I know how to adapt. I adapted to prison, I adapted to the streets, and I've adapted to the way things are now. So just be careful out here, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Try to get close to your inner self. Try to get close to the whatever you believe in, spiritual and stuff like that, and gain some discernment in your life when you're dealing with people, man. And realize that for the most part, 95% of the people out here don't care about nothing but themselves, man. Their only agenda in life is to fulfill whatever they feeling at the time, man. And that's what makes red pill men different, bro. We care, bro. If we didn't care, we would become the thing that we don't like. You know, I've had so many people tell me, well, it's just going on out here like that. So you just soon adjust to it and just be like everybody else. No, that's not who I am. That's not who God created me to be. And I hear a lot of PUAs and a lot of pickup guys and dating coaches and all this telling dudes to be this way and be that way and be this way. And if you're alpha like this and you do, man, check this out, bro. You know what the most alpha thing is that you could be, man? This is the most alpha thing that you could be, man. To be what God created you to be, man. You're all right. You're perfect just how you are. You just how God created you. If he wanted you to be another way and not be the way you are and all this kind of stuff, he'd have created you differently. But guess what? He created you the way that you are, so you be who you are. And don't let nothing, nobody, no condition, nothing in this world change that, man, because your true essence is what God made you, man. So I'm not going to stop being a good guy. I'm not going to stop treating people with respect. I'm not going to be stupid, and I ain't going to be no dummy, and I just ain't going to let nobody just make me a sucker. I ain't going to be a sucker for nobody, but I'm not going to go out here and put more bad energy in the world. You know what I'm saying? I don't put bad energy on here. I just speak facts. I'm not putting bad energy out. I've had experiences with demons before, man, that were in human form. I've done it. I've seen it. And this is what a demon is. And whoever this lady is, she can listen to this too. This is what I've seen from people who I would classify as demons that I've dealt with in whatever you want to call it situations. This is what it is. I've never in my life been around a man, and this is just me. I'm not saying they don't exist because I know they do, who gain pleasure from somebody else's pain. But I've been in situations with other people that are opposite of who I am, who I saw gaining pleasure from somebody else's pain, gaining pleasure from causing someone else pain. And I've never seen that with a man in my life. I've never been around men who feel good about hurting a girl. Let me just put it like that. I ain't never been around a man who liked playing this girl and running around this girl and hurting this girl. I've never been around one in my life, but I've been around women who were with men that were with me who were gaining pleasure out of hurting the dudes that they was with. I've been around women who were with me stepping out on dudes that they was with. And then the dudes are getting insecure and saying, why are you not answering your phone? Why are you not texting me back? I don't understand why you would do this to me and stuff like that. And I had the girl look in my face and say, watch how I reverse this on him and make him apologize to me. And I seen it with my own eyes. So can't nobody convince me of nothing different out here, man. I seen this with my own eyes, man. This ain't something I read in a book. This ain't something that I like gained from like listening to other people, man. I got a lot of experience with this shit, man. And I seen what it is, man. You know, so, man, look, man, get yourself right, man. You know, whatever you got to do. Whatever you got to do, man. Like, look, man, I'm going to tell y'all this, fellas. All the fellas, man, love yourself, man. Learn how to love yourself, man. Learn how to love you, man, because you came in this world alone, and that's how you're going to leave out, man. Learn how to love you because you're never going to find the kind of love you're looking for from anyone else, man. You're never going to find that. You're never going to find someone who can love you like you can love you, man. And God and love God. Like that's, see, because my whole life, I started looking at it like this. Why nobody never brings to the table what I bring to the table? Why nobody ever reaches out to me? Why nobody ever does this? Why I'm always this? Why I'm always that? And what I realized was I was looking for something that don't exist, man. It don't exist in this dimension. It don't exist in this realm, man. You know, it doesn't exist, man. You have to find it inside of yourself, man. You got to find it with that connection with whatever you believe in. I'm not here to say what I believe is right and what other people don't believe is right. But you got to find that, because like I understand, like most relationships are conditional, man. No matter how cool I am with somebody, if I do certain stuff to cross them and they do certain stuff to cross me, that relationship's gonna change, man. Even with my best friends, even with my family, even with anything, nothing is unconditional in this world. The only unconditional love that you're gonna find, the only love that you're gonna find in this world that's unconditional is the one. Hey, what's up, my brother HD boy? HD Big Time been in here since the beginning with me, boy. I hope you're doing all right, man. I ain't get married, man. I ain't got no kids either, man. I did a lot of soul searching, my brother, and a lot of looking inside myself to try to find out who I am and what I am as a man. And I've gotten fully independent. My business is rolling, and I've gotten to a place in life where I'm happy, man. I'm happy for the most part. Besides the occasional bouts with loneliness and stuff like that, I'm okay, man. I know you will forever. I know that for a fact. So like I said, man, be good to your brothers, man. Treat your brothers with respect, man. Treat your bros with respect. Never cross your bros, man. Because in this world, that's all you got. Bro, I got friends I met through the conduit of YouTube. I'm gonna be friends with till we die, man. Till one of us passes, you know. And I'm not saying don't deal with women. I'm just saying be careful, man. Just be careful, man. Be careful, man. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them, man. Don't try to think because you feel some type of way and you going, man. No, bro. Don't believe sex is love, man. Sex is not love, man. It's not, bro. Sex is not love. People can have sex with you that don't care about you, man. Trust me. Believe me. So, like I'm saying, don't allow nobody to make you a trophy. Put yourself first. Put the Most High first. Put yourself second, and everything else will fall into place, man. You know, I'm a living testimony, man. I should be dead, man. That's why I ain't afraid of nothing, man. Because I should be dead. I should have died a long time ago, man. You know, I mean, the life I lived, I've had guns pulled in my face, triggers pulled, guns not go off. I've been jumped by 20 people. I've been to prison. I've been strung out on drugs. And then I've been in a situation that caused me to want to commit suicide. And through all that, I just got strong and I kept pushing and I kept going forward. And now that y'all see what, you know, just to let y'all see what like discipline, determination, and perseverance could get for you, man. So I don't know. I hope that reached y'all. I hope that young lady that was in here got some introspective views of how men think and how men feel. And I'm grateful that y'all in here with me. If y'all don't have no questions or nothing, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna give me something to eat. I've been in the gym all day. I thank y'all for being in here with me and supporting me. And I wish y'all all the best, man. Peace and blessings upon everybody, man. Y'all have a good night.